Hello again. My name's Gabe Zollner. You know, I posted Hillary Clinton is an absolute train wreck. Well, I want to share a couple of comments. This one viewer wrote, I think Hillary is a diazepam addict because of an ellipse. The use of diazepam over an extended period of time can cause serious side effects like muscle weakness, insecurity of walk with an increased tendency to topple. She fell in 2012 causing a brain injury and she can hardly walk. Coldness, deficiency of critics, or loss of emotional control combined with violent outbursts and so on. These side effects are typical for long-time use of diazepam. This would explain some of her odd and reckless behavior. No way she is fit for any position. Another viewer wrote, well, if things go as they plan, getting rid of Donald on September 10th and bringing in Jeb Bush, it won't matter anyway. The Clintons and the Bushes are two faces of the same coin. Bush will select his eldest son, George Prescott Bush, as VP, and will become the next president. What a sad state of affairs. It's all rigged all the time. We don't have a chance in hell if this turns out to be the case. Anyway, it would explain why they're keeping Hillary in. They know they're not going to select her. They'll select Jeb as the next president. Makes me want to barf. Another viewer wrote, the real sad part is, if she wins and fails to be competent to be POTUS, Tim Kaine will have the responsibility of taking her place. And we all know he is as worthless as tits on a bull. Another viewer commented on that other viewer's comment, worse than that, Tim Kaine is a Jesuit. Well, I'm inclined to agree, as I had said earlier in more than one video. Jeb Bush was the chosen one, and he still is. They're going to do anything that they can to put Jeb in power to continue the Bush dynasty. The Bushes represent a horror story for America, all the way back to Prescott Bush the first. He worked for Remington, I believe, and sold weapons to both sides. He sold weapons to Americans, to French, to British, and to Germans. His son, Prescott Bush, well, what did he do? He went into banking and finance. And it's reported that he financed the Nazi war machine. And what did George H. Bush do? Well, he was one of the first ones that openly talked about New World Order. He was also there when Kennedy was assassinated in Dallas, Texas in 1983. He was Reagan's vice president. If Reagan would have been assassinated 3 weeks into his presidency, George H. Bush would have become president back then. And what did his son do? Well, George Walker Bush, what did he do? Well, we know what he did. He got us into the longest war in history. We're still in it. The Bushes are a true horror collection. That's sort of what I think. And you got a good idea as to why I think what I think. I want to thank my viewers for taking the time to comment. That diazepam scenario is of interest. I'm going to do a little bit of research on that and see what else I can find out about the long-term effects. Hillary is an absolute train wreck. Just look at her.